Americans are concerned about the economy. It's a top issue this election. But according to one CNN reporter, only certain people are allowed to be worried about their wallets. Watch as the reporter tries to suggest to a Trump supporter that he should not have economic concerns because he owns a boat.
What's your most important issue?
The economy, getting the interest rates down, getting it where we can afford to live in America. Right now, it's too expensive.
Okay, now let me maybe ask like a slightly impolite question. But, you know, if you can afford a boat, you're not hurting so bad, right? Because a boat costs a lot of money and it's a lot of upkeep.
Listen, nobody gave me I earned everything that I've got. I'm retired military, retired power plant, and I am successful and retired and with boats, jet skis, because I did it right. And everybody has that chance. Whether they choose or not, that's up to them.
I would never try to take anything away from you in that way. But what I'm asking is, groceries are probably a smaller part of your budget than, say, you know, someone who's like a little worse off. I think it's interesting that people who are a little bit more comfortable are still so concerned about the economy. Did you see what I'm saying?
Because I want my money to go further. I want inflation to go down. I want interest rates to go back down. I want all that, but that covers everybody in the economy. Not just me, not just the poor, not just the rich. It covers everybody.
Now, something I've heard from some people, tell me if this applies to you, is like they're worried their kids aren't able to afford a house or a car.
No, I trained my kids and taught my kids properly. They have great educations, and they're both successful in their careers. Actually, they're doing better than me.
Oh, I love that man at the boat parade who absolutely crushed the CNN reporter. Look, Pete, this speaks to me the arrogance of the media, that this CNN reporter presumes to know about his life, his circumstances, his finances.
Yeah, I mean, and then she doubled down and tripled down on it. She's like a little bubble baby, right? She's been through college, maybe a little journalism school with her fellow lefties, right? And so in her bubble, anybody that owns a boat is like a really rich person, especially if they're at a MAGA event. How could they really care about this? And this guy actually was very respectful about it.
He's so
considering patient with that moment. He's got kids, he's got he cares about the economy like everybody else. She just looked foolish.
You know, Molly, and the fact that CNN actually aired it, I mean, if I was producing this, I'd look at that and be like, no, this is amateur hour. We can't do this.
Yeah, I have to say he was so lovely to continue with this discussion. But maybe that's the whole point, is that he knows that there are people, there's a whole generation, perhaps, and he's trying to connect with them and say, you know, I worked hard, anybody can do this, I've earned this. Go ahead, ask me questions. I'll take them. I have the patience, you know, to say this is how it's done. We can do it. We all care about it. And I think he did a lovely job.
He did. And Cheryl, I mean, the fact is, we heard Griff mention that number 2 motivating factor for voters is immigration, but number 1 is sky-high prices. 39%. A lot of people are feeling it at every income level.
Let me tell you something. If you look at inflation under the Biden-Harris administration, let me tell you what you're paying now. And there is that for high prices. But eggs, the prices of eggs are up 110% under Biden-Harris. Milk is up 22%. Bread is up 46%. Beef is up 33%. Chicken is up 41% and change. And I'm sorry, but have you ever been to a boat show or looked at the price of boats? You can buy a boat like you could buy a car. So don't tell me that, oh, they're so expensive. And that, you know, but again, he was very polite. By the way, he also mentioned my kids are doing better than me because I did right in raising my children.
Right, this guy achieved the American dream, and then a CNN reporter tries to crush him for it.
Yeah, I want to point out what Cheryl just said. And they've been paying those prices for 3.5 years. Like those prices are never going to come back down. That's not what happens when inflation abates and we get under 5 or 3%. It's what we went through at 9+%. Those prices are still around. They're just going up a little bit slower. So what he's talking about, he was one step away of being able to say, look, my kids like you have dreams. And I want to make sure they're prepared. Fortunately, because I'm their dad, they are, and it's because I fight for things like this. I think Molly's right. He had a lot of patience with her, probably around the age of his kids. He probably sees himself like helping her out too. I hope she listened.
You know, Cheryl, there's a formula. Anytime Harris is asked about this, she was asked last night in the Oprah town hall about high prices by a voter who was concerned. She immediately goes to her biography. I was a middle-class kid. Molly referenced this. Then she mentions three things: price gouging, increasing the number of housing units, and small business tax credit. Is that a formula to reduce prices?
Oh, the opportunity economy that she keeps repeating. She's on a loop. Raymond Arroyo actually pointed that out last night with Laura Ingraham. She's on a loop. And she's just repeating the talking points over and over. It's gaslighting, in particular the price gouging argument, which makes my blood boil, because she's trying to blame businesses, especially grocery stores, who have a 1 to 2 profit margin. Oh, you're price gouging when you have a 1 to 2 profit margin? How is that supposed to work? It's not true.
Yeah, when the liberal Washington Post comes out against a Democrat's policies, you know they're pretty bad. And that's what happened with Kamala and price gouging.
Hey everyone, I'm Emily Campagno. Catch me and my co-hosts Harris Faulkner and Kaylee McEnany on Outnumbered every weekday at 12 p.m. Eastern, or set your DVR. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page for daily highlights.